What is a file destruction in Canada? That's what I'm going to cover in this video. I'm Dan Joffe, Pardon and U.S. Waiver lawyer at NextLaw. We are Canada's only law firm dedicated to pardons and U.S. waivers. Let's get started. There are 7 things you need to know about getting a file destruction in Canada. 1. What is a file destruction in Canada? A file destruction in Canada removes traces of your criminal charges if you were charged but not convicted in Canada. Most people don't know that you have a criminal record if you were charged under the Criminal Code of Canada but not convicted. These criminal records are known as non-convictions. These non-conviction criminal records may include fingerprints, photographs, and information about your non-conviction disposition. Critically, these non-convictions will show up on a police record or police background check. The only way to remove traces of your non-conviction criminal record is to get a file destruction. You need to request a file destruction with the local police or RCMP that originally charged you. Getting a file destruction will ensure that the results of your background check in Canada will be clean. 2. What is a non-conviction criminal record? A non-conviction criminal record is a record of the fact that you were arrested by the police, charged under the Criminal Code of Canada, but not convicted or found guilty. So while you don't have a conviction criminal record, you do have a criminal record of your non-conviction, which is why this is called a non-conviction criminal record. Your non-conviction criminal record may exist in a few different databases, including with the RCMP, the police that arrested you, and the court which handled your criminal charge. If you have a non-conviction criminal record, that information will likely show up on a background check. The only way to remove your non-conviction criminal record is to get a file destruction. 3. What is the difference between a pardon, now called a record suspension, and a file destruction? There are 3 key differences between a record suspension and a file destruction. 1, if you were convicted of a criminal charge, then you need to get a pardon, which is now called a record suspension. If you were charged but not convicted, you need to get a file destruction. 2, to get a pardon, you need to apply to the Parole Board of Canada. To get a file destruction, you need to apply to the police service that arrested you. 3, the eligibility wait times to get a pardon are much longer than a file destruction. To get a pardon, your wait times range anywhere from 3 to 10 years after you complete your sentence. To get a file destruction, your wait time ranges anywhere from 30 days to 3 years, depending on the specifics of your non-conviction criminal record. 4. What happens when you get a file destruction? When you get a file destruction, 2 things happen. First, the RCMP will remove your fingerprints from its criminal records database. And second, your criminal file held by the police that arrested you would be destroyed. That includes your photographs and fingerprints taken during your arrest, and any Crown case materials related to your case would also be destroyed. 5. Can your request for a file destruction be refused? Yes, your request for a file destruction can be refused. Your request needs to be approved by both the RCMP and the police that charged you. The factors they will consider include whether your charge was serious or violent, your interactions with the police, and whether you have a conviction on your record for which you have not received a pardon or record suspension. 6. Can you appeal a file destruction if you are refused? Yes, there is an appeal process that allows you to challenge the refusal of your file destruction. Generally, you would need to find errors in the way the police or RCMP made their refusal decision. And in some cases, you may not have included important information in your original file destruction request, so an appeal would be a way to include that missing information. 7. How long does it take to get a file destruction? A file destruction can take anywhere from a few months to over a year. The timing varies depending on how busy or backlogged the RCMP or the police service is, and whether there are mistakes or missing information from your file destruction application, which would delay you from getting your file destruction. Finally, the most important factor in your getting your pardon or file destruction or U.S. waiver is to get your application right. Mistakes will cost you time and in some cases rejection. We are Canada's only law firm dedicated to pardons, file destructions, and U.S. waivers. Let's get your application done right for a reasonable cost. Click on the link below to schedule a free, no obligation call.